Hello and welcome to Astronomy Spotlight for March. My name is Kirk Rosberg. I'm the planetarium coordinator here at the Hastings Museum. And this month, I want to talk about a total lunar eclipse that occurs on, I should say, the early morning hours of March 14th, Pi Day. If the weather cooperates, I would strongly suggest you take this opportunity to see this particular eclipse because this will be the last total lunar eclipse of the decade that North America will get to see all of the phases of this eclipse. So as it turns out, North America and the United States are ideally positioned to see this upcoming eclipse. If you've ever seen our other lunar eclipse videos from Astronomy Spotlight, you know that a total lunar eclipse occurs only at full moon, while the sun and moon are on the opposite sides of the Earth, and the moon goes through the Earth's shadow. Now, the penumbral phase begins just before 11 p.m. on March 13th, but you really won't notice any difference in the brightness, and there will be no shadow on the moon really to see at that particular time. The partial lunar eclipse phase begins at 12:09 a.m. Central Daylight Time. And this is where we've got it right now in our planetarium sky. Now, as we go forward, to the total phase, the total phase begins at 1:26 a.m. Central Daylight Time, and it lasts about an hour and 5 minutes. Maximum eclipse occurs at 1:58 a.m. Central Daylight Time. This is the deepest part of the total phase. In other words, the time when the moon is at the centermost part of the Earth's shadow. The moon should appear a copper red color, otherwise known as the blood moon, as light from Earth's sunrises and sunsets filters through the atmosphere of the Earth and shines back on the moon. The total phase, or full eclipse phase, ends at 2:31 a.m. Central Daylight Time. Now, finally, the partial eclipse phase ends at 3:47 a.m. And by the way, all the times given come from timeanddate.com, a wonderful source on the internet. Now, speaking of the moon, as we watch the end part here of our eclipse in our planetarium sky, I did want to mention that on March 11th, it is a Tuesday evening, I will be out at Brickyard Park with our telescope, our large 12-inch telescope, and we will be looking at the nearly full moon at that time. This is a public event. It is free of charge, and if you want to see the moon up close, Brickyard Park will be the place to be, weather permitting, because you never really know about the weather in March. But if it's clear enough to see the moon, we will be out there. So that will begin at about 8:30 p.m. on Tuesday, March 11th. So that is Astronomy Spotlight for March. My name is Kirk Rosberg. Thank you for watching. Also, thank you to Katie Carr, as always. Please join me again next month for another edition of Astronomy Spotlight. And as always, thank you for watching.